Here we go. I think we're gonna do some New Game Plus Dark Souls 2. Oh, my kitten shocked herself on me. I was all staticky. Failed to log into the server. Are the servers like down? Guess we're in offline mode. Okay. Let's see what save files I've got. Okay, these are my first two characters on PlayStation, at least. I had played this a lot on Xbox. If I remember correctly, so Dirge was my punchy fist character. Claudia is like a dexterity, intelligence mage. Arla the Towers is just freaking tank. Gartz was an incomplete character. I was gonna use her to make like my old Xbox build, where I basically like was an incredibly ridiculously high level, and I had like maxed out dark magic and strength and carry weight, so I could dual wield dark crypt black swords. Hold on, I'm linking someone to my stream. Like, what's your Twitch channel? What's your Twitch channel? It's like, yeah, about that. I don't Twitch. I had bad experiences trying to stream with Twitch, and okay. Competitive Halo, that sounds awesome. Sorry, I'm responding to messages I'm getting out loud, like a weird person. Okay, going down my character list again. Dead End Margot's a favorite of mine. I like that name. I think those are just kind of incomplete characters. I was thinking of just Mazzy is very like main character energy. So I think I'm just gonna New Game Plus with her. If I haven't already, I don't remember what I was doing the last time I played this. Alright. What is... My build is very basic. Mazzy is strong and dexterous. And that's all you need in this world of Dark Souls. Got enough carry weight to... Should have enough carry weight to have... I think I had a second longsword. Do I not? What was I dual wielding then? Thought I had a... Thought I had upgraded a second longsword. Let me see if I've got the materials for that before I talk to the big guy. I do have the chunks. I think. Is 6 enough? It should be. Got more slabs than anything. Okay.
I'll be around if you make it back.
Alright. Let me get my reserve longsword out. So now I can... How do you power stance again? Alright, here we go. I've got lots of accessories now. Okay. And let's start the journey over. Begin journey 2 to Drang Lake. It just dumps you right in, no cutscene. Okay. Oh, I forgot that new game plus has like extra enemies. Wow. Good aim. Please stop shooting me. I've got the damage, I've got the brute force. That's what Mazzy's all about. Is being the main character of Dark Souls. Hi there. You got these, you can like, even when you're locked on, you can screw up your aim with great weapons. I'm all cursed legit, but I have 81 human effigies, so let's use one of those. Was I farming those, or am I just that good? 97 life gems. Yeah, I was on something with this character. Let's follow the tracks. What could go wrong? Hey there, big boy. Oh, you have a lot of health. That was unwise. I'm playing like a scrub, so this is an interesting experience. It's like I have all the tools I need, and I just forgot how to use them. Crash with 722 damage is pretty satisfying. That's like a cool little cutlass they have. I don't think that's in the game. Like as a weapon you can acquire. What's the block percentage on my greatsword? Maybe I could just give up the shield entirely. 70's not bad. It kind of just works as a little shield. I'm just gonna not screw with the troll. Hello! Tyra Snipes. Okay, the hippo troll is not my problem. I've learned a valuable lesson about messing with the ecosystem. Yeah, we're just doing some New Game Plus Dark Souls 2. It's something I'd been thinking about doing for a little while. It is my favorite Dark Souls because some would call me contrarian.
The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you.
All the ones like you.
You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you? You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes.
These old ladies are like kind of deathly serious versions of Statler and Waldorf.
Feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
It's like fate-weaving Norns or Furies that are
What is your name?
destined to mock you at every turn.
At least you know your own name.
And this is normally character creation, so
Here's your reward.
that's what that's all about.
It's a human effigy. Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you. All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know. Go through the door.
Go through the
Along to
door.
the key.
Okay.
remember,
I'm just repeating what
hold
people
on
are
to
saying
your
to me. I've got
souls.
some echolalia going on.
they're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. you lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Okay. Test. If you can hear me, say so in the chat. If you don't mind.
This is a fair try. Why else this lot?
I wonder if maybe my game audio is too loud or something. Like, I'm very quiet, sort of, by nature. Is there like a master volume or... Okay, here you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just chilling on some Dark Souls 2 New Game Plus. Got a human effigy back. We're just gonna hit slightly harder versions of bad monsters until I get tired. Attune spells. We don't need no stinking spells. Mazzy trusts only the strength of her arms. Who's this dweeb? I wonder if there's a way to get him to just jump down here because I don't want to figure out how to get to him. Yeah, that is a big red, not my problem. Should probably just be running places. There's some, for the newbies, there's hidden treasure down here when you're starting out. In the form of a pretty decent little blunt bleed weapon and binoculars. Where's the aforementioned blunt bleed weapon? There it is. The lighting is, well, the morning star and the cleric's sacred chime. So yeah, that's how you get rolling on a faith build. And early on in the game, strike damage is pretty potent. Speaking of which, I might have some in reserve. Do I still have my... I should have maces, right? Did I just kind of like... I think... Oh no, I had the large club and the Gurm Great Hammer. Okay, so I went hard with my blunt weapons. Mazzy is strong. Mazzy is powerful. $50-50-50.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey. Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
Okay. There's a lot of little mini treasures around this starting area, but I don't really feel the need to get a lot of them. I do want to go shopping at this guy.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares.
He's a bit of a nervous Nelly, but he gets more confident the more crap you buy off of him. I don't remember what like the break points are or whatever, but I've got cash to spare in the form of 4 figures of souls, 5 figures of souls.
I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been there?
From Volgan, you say?
It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. Thanks very much.
Mazzy ends conversations very abruptly. She has little time for nonsense. Capitalist nonsense. Over in Volgan, they all believe taxation is theft. Honestly, one of the reasons that I wanted to just do New Game Plus instead of starting a new character was just like, I didn't want to remember where all the Estus Flask shards were, so I could have like a good potion instead of a bad potion. Oh my god, are you serious? That is insidious. They replaced like the first chest in the game with a mimic. Incredible. And that is why you invest in hit points. I think I've got my armor upgraded a decent amount too. Yeah, +6. That's modest. Our adventure is underway. We already got eaten by a treasure chest like Freerin. Foxy McChompy. It's kind of one of those things where it's just like if you name your kid something, it paves their destiny for them. It's like yeah, I named my baby son Duke. He's gonna grow up to be a cowboy. Foxy McChompy is gonna grow up to be an evil treasure chest. Sad but true. 5 human effigies? Was that chest always that generous? What is my... I have 86. Human effigies are basically used to restore your humanity, because when you get when you get dead, you turn into a janky zombie. And that's no good. That's not a good way to be. It lowers your maximum health, so we're just gonna mash another human effigy. Restore that humanity, get our full health back. A firefighter named Les McBurney. It's really like the Mick that brings it all together. Like, it just like sounds like a joke name. Can't just be like Les Burney now. I come my family was a long line of Bernies, and I decided no more. I changed my name to Les, and I have been undoing my bloodline's wicked ways. Feels almost unfair to use my giant doom sword. Ow. Another nice thing about having the armor though is you don't get staggered when you get shot by random arrows. I wanna be Horan. That's incredible. Of course she's a DHS official, like... Straight from like one of Trump's Google searches or something. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of horrible things going on in the world, and particularly with a certain administration. But I gotta say, like, that whole, like, Mar-a-Lago face thing has really just made me feel a lot better about myself, like, being nearly 40. I look pretty good compared to a lot of these people that are like in their late 20s, early 30s, and they just look well worn, like old shoes. Like hate and bad surgery has a way of eating away at you. You can see their souls on their faces. I forgot there's a jump button in Dark Souls 2. This is my favorite game. Watch me forget how to play it. It's, yeah. Like, I remember during the first term, I was shocked to discover that I was older than Sarah Huckabee Sanders, or whatever her fucking name is. Who just looked like a garbage bag full of bad news. tactical poke. Yeah. Parry of power. Maybe it's a little juvenile to be just like, all of my enemies are ontologically ugly or something like that, but I don't know, like, fuck it out. Like, I like the... there's just a grotesquerie about them, like, their souls that, like, it just ends up reflected in how they're perceived. Like, it's the Eli Valley approach, I think. Like, that is my defense of my being petty over people's appearances, as far as them being, like, my political enemies go. However generously you want to describe them. I'm talking about my political enemies on my YouTube channel with 27 subscribers. That sounds a little unhinged, I think, but... We have another viewer, welcome.
Oh, come.
I love this old lady, she's so great. Hoard those souls, need Ferrous Lockstones for basically everything. Fragrant Branch of Yore, that's a puzzle solving item. Lemongrass Blacksmith Key, because I gotta get all that stuff again, because New Game Plus. I don't have access to a blacksmith anymore. Doesn't matter too much because I've got plenty of upgraded gear. But it's the principle of the thing. I want to have a complete town full of happy people. I could have sworn the guy over here normally has a halberd. But that is not a halberd. Maybe that was in the first version of this game. This is Scholar of the First Sin. This ain't your grandpa's Dark Souls 2. My choice in defensive wear is often dictated by just how flowy and skirt-like everything is. Like, I spend most of my time hypnotized by just like the flapping of my green little coat. It's so nice. It was so nice to like have this game on Xbox 360 even. And they had, like, in Dark Souls 1 they didn't have cloth physics, like, functioning at all for, like, armor you were wearing. In Dark Souls 2 it was like a revelation when they added it. Changed my life. Alright. This is an all-business sort of enemy. I got Babe Ruth. Chug-a-lug. Do I even have a range of... Jesus Christ. Did I have the foresight to have a ranged weapon? We're gonna find that out. There we go. The raw Avalon, that'll do it. That's gonna be way too heavy though, isn't it? Oh, just enough, that rules. Okay, you're in for it now. I have the asshole crossbow. You shot me! You shot me right in the arm! Who the hell? Really though, who the hell shot me? Was it someone down there? That guy's an incredible shot. He's unbeatable. No matter. That's a little shortcut. The trick I picked up in the service. That's right, Sally. Overloaded my inventory with garbage armor like the gods intended. Which gods do we believe in? All. All of them. Mmm. 2200 damage. Wiped off the face of the earth by his own hubris.
Traveling all alone in these treacherous times. Well, I hope you have a very good reason.
This character is voiced by a famous person whose name I cannot remember.
My name is Pate. I journey hither and thither. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like you. Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther. There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from... I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure. I was with this warrior, you see, and he insisted that he go inside first. The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the loot for himself, but it trapped him inside. I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed. I'll leave this one to you. I'm worried about what might be inside.
Yes, whatever. Betray me. There it is. There's the betrayal. The inevitable betrayal. I missed. That is a bad time to miss. Let's go get some crowd control. I'm not good with the great sword parry. It's one of those things that I just have no excuse, you know, like... I've been playing this game semi-regularly for 15 years. But like, there's just some stuff I just have no concept of, like... How do you... What are the active... What's the active point of the greatsword parry, like this whole thing? The answer is, I don't know. I don't know what the timing is. I just use my shield. It is a crutch. But it is a fine looking crutch that matches my outfit. And that is the most important thing. Fashion Souls, my dear, is everything. Where were we in the exploration? I like to be pretty thorough. Wipe out everything between me and the boss. There's just this great point when you're fighting with gigantic weapons where it's like, it almost feels like it's Dynasty Warriors or something. It's the good stuff. Oh, we have 4 viewers. That's so exciting. Say hi in the chat. I want to be social. It feels kind of weird to be talking to myself. I don't really have a lot of practice with streaming loudly. Like, I usually just... I speak with my fists in fighting games. Hello. The Hello Wizard. The Hello Wizard cast hello on me. I failed my saving throw. Lovely to see you. That is a trap. Three whole Titanite chunks. Not bad. Not bad. How many Pharaoh's Luckstones do I have? Oh my god, I have so much stuff in my inventory. Yes, I recognize you based on the avatar. It's been a while. I hope you are well. I see that you've been... I see your posts in the server that you are watching and enjoying a fair number of movies. So I'm happy for you. I have 9 Pharaoh's Lockstones, okay. That is more than enough for everything I need. For my dark purposes. I really like the name, the Hello Wizard, though. Is the Chloranthy ring rod I'm already using, or do I have a +1 of that? I do have a +1 of that. I've been meaning to ask. I don't know what Hamnet is, but I kind of don't want to ruin it by like Googling like a normal person. Like my first impulse is that like is Hamnet some sort of like 90s Hamnet, some sort of 90s throwback cyberpunk version of Hamlet. Like that's my clever joke about it. There's a trick to get the dudes to open this locked door for you by banging on it. There are some things I will always remember. I remember the old ways. Good night, Tyra Snipes. Thank you so much for your company. You have been lovely as ever. I'm just gonna keep going till I get tired, pretty much. Hello Wizard / Mr. Fist. Go ahead and tell me about Hamnet. I'm interested. I cannot remain in ignorance forever. Remove the scales from my eyes with your wisdom. I just remembered that because of durability issues, I do have a backup weapon that is actually like arguably better than my Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword. The Curved Dragon Greatsword +5 has a little more kick to it. Holy crap. Oh, that's interesting. That vaguely reminds me, there was I believe, there was like an indie computer game that was like, it was about like Hamlet from the perspective of Ophelia or something like that. I don't know if I'm like horribly butchering that or misremembering that, but I remember there was like someone was doing something cool like that with Shakespeare, and that's what stuck with me. What is this mysterious tree? This horrible entity of foreshadowing. I believe it was brought to my attention by the Range Touch podcast. Cameron Kunzelman et al. Cameron Kunzelman and his friend Danny are extremely lovely people who have raised a lot of money for the trans community. They actually have done at least 2 Dark Souls streams that I'm aware of, that they raised several thousands of dollars for the Sylvia Rivera Law Project, which makes me feel a little safer in an incredibly hostile world. Not a lot safer, but a little safer. Dravenar? What are you doing here? How long have you been in here? Are you making a sandwich? I think was what you told me last time we talked. Whew. Yeah, miserable audience experiences contaminate the whole movie. Not pretty lukewarm take from me, I think, but I don't know. My most hated thing is people trying to like MST3K their way through every movie they watch instead of just engaging with it. Like, I want to have a shared experience with somebody, and in order to do that, we have to be engaging with it in a similar way, and just like paying attention to what's actually happening. Instead of this like Netflix guideline movie thing, where it's like everyone has to be, like, you have to accommodate everyone who's on their tablets playing Farmville or doom scrolling while they're watching a 3-hour movie. I have been slamming my Estus like it was shots of soda, so I'm just gonna go ahead and rest. We are not going to die again. We are going to succeed at every endeavor. I honestly don't know which sword I like more, just vibes wise. Like the Dragon Ultra Great Sword, the Curved Dragon Great Sword is really cool, but I like just the I like just the harshness of the Pursuer sword. And yeah, Dravenar, like, if I can inspire anybody to play Dark Souls 2 at any time, I'm gonna do it. It is a very fine game, made by very fine people. Yeah, I get that a lot because like it's really been hard for me. Like there's so many Souls likes and imitators and stuff now too, and like most of them I cannot get into. Like there really has to be an aesthetic motivation for me most of the time, or just like the general feeling of the story. It needs to be like gripping me. Like I love just like the environments and the little stuff about the world of Dark Souls 2 in particular. Just like the details on how every NPC kind of has their own subplot, and I would say Dark Souls 2 is my favorite Dark Souls, but Bloodborne is probably my favorite Souls. Like, I feel like the experience is definitely worth trying to soldier through issues of it. I mean, sometimes people are just going to bounce off anything, and it's okay if you do, but I would say at least maybe give Bloodborne another chance. I'm gonna get stomped, yep. I've got a few, like, most favoritist armor sets in this game. 3 is definitely harder than 2. I'm just getting chumped by this giant for no reason. I feel like 3 is when they really started to design around the people who have, like, achieved mastery of like, Dark Souls games. And they just, like Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, I feel like they stepped up a lot of like just kind of BS and unfairness in a lot of ways. I love Elden Ring, but there are many things I dislike about it. I really hate, like, the vast majority of the boss fights in the DLC. The DLC just really kind of broke me. It made me feel like I'm not actually good at these games and that I should just put them down forever and retire from Souls-like endeavors. Between, like, the final DLC boss and Bale the Dragon, I kind of lost it for a while. I have one save file. I have a lot of characters in Elden Ring. I have 10 characters that have beaten the game, some multiple times. I have one character I played the DLC with, and she's just kind of stuck at the final fight. That's just kind of where she is keeping an eternal vigil, because I just cannot be asked to do that fight. And kind of, just FYI, I'm talking around the final fight because it is a mild spoiler of the names, so... I know my good friend, the Hello Wizard / Mr. Fist, does not like to be spoiled on things, and I would wish to respect that. NG plus 8. You have more fortitude for that stuff than I do. Like, I feel like in these games, getting up to New Game plus 7 is like, I think I've only ever did it in Dark Souls 1. Like, I love Bloodborne a lot. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours in it. My main character is like level 300 or something ridiculous like that. But I still feel like with her, I'm just kind of trapped in New Game plus 5 or so, just because, like, I can't beat the Orphan of Kos. I know Orphan of Kos isn't mandatory, but I feel like it is. The most annoying thing about, like, nerds talking about Souls-likes is how they, like, they just lie about how difficult everything is to try to, like, use that as a measure of quality. Like, oh, Dark Souls 1 was the hardest and therefore it was the best one. But it's like, there's no planet where Dark Souls 1 is harder than Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring. Like, not one. Margit the Fell could destroy every Dark Souls 1 boss at the same time. Knight Artorias is like, it's like slow motion. It's like you can see the Matrix code or something after you've done some other fights. Catacombs in DS1 are a rough place to be, I agree. I do like the Artorias fight, but it's like, I don't think of it as this big, amazing, epic thing anymore. I know I can just ballista this dork, but I'm not going to. I want to kill him with his own sword. Maybe I can use this one's soul to make a shield, and then I can pretend to be the pursuer. The fursuiter. Shout out to my furry homies. I see you. How did I miss that dork? That was a nice big sweep. He made me do it twice. Okay, whatever. Odd question for myself. What else have I upgraded on this character? Did I do any, like, cool spears or anything like that? I don't play with spears enough. I got Jorg's spear. So I was on something with that. Is Jorg's spear even good? I feel like it probably isn't. Let me see something here. Is it heavier? What's the vibe of Jorg's spear? Okay, 30 strength, 25 dex, B scaling on both. Oh, I remember. It's got like a cool move set. That was the whole thing. And it's also like ugly as hell. I suppose I see the appeal. I wasn't totally crazy. I do like how I was like, well, you need a blunt weapon for some stuff. So I went with the anvil on a stick. And that's my gargoyle crushing weapon. The per-tutor. Always a risk to be carried away by a large bird. If you are the size of, say, Craig Bovino. The tiniest man. Both literally and metaphorically. I wonder if I should spend some of these souls. How much does it cost me to level up, actually? I could get 2 levels out of this. Which I think I will do. Hello, nice lady.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
Rude.
Seek those whose names are unutterable. The 4 endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away. Bearer of the curse, seek soul, seek list.
Seek list. Gotcha. Let's talk levels, nice lady. I don't really know where I'm going with this. Could always use more adaptability, I guess. I think the next agility breakpoint is 105. Yeah, could be wrong though. I'm just gonna Google. Oh, I'm starting to feel the tiredness finally. Let me see. Agility, Dark Souls 2 wiki. Yes, 105 is the next breakpoint. And that gives me 13 invincibility frames instead of... Yeah. I feel like if you don't have a good sense of what you're doing, maybe just look up a guide for what you're trying to do. Getting your health and stamina up to a respectable level before over-investing into anything else. That's kind of my main procedure because, like, damage stats don't do a whole lot for you early on in Souls-likes, generally. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's honestly just games I can't fucking play either. Like, my sort of unicorn game is Stellaris. But I'm way too dumb and mentally ill to play Stellaris. It requires some kind of cosmic knowledge that I lack. But I don't know, in like an RPG capacity, I'm pretty okay with numbers, I think. Like, I feel comfortable saying that about myself. A lifetime of making D&D stat blocks and stuff. There's something that happens here. I think it's a pursuer fight. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Pursuer living up to his name. I am not being smart right now. This weapon's got a lot of heft to it. Large club is probably better, honestly. I think I recall I just leveled up this weapon entirely because it's an anvil on a stick, with no consideration to how bad the moveset is. I mean, it does have big damage, wow. It's definitely heftier than the large club, I don't know though. But then we get the King's Ultra Great Sword, which is god tier blood weapon. But it's actually too heavy for me to use without heavy rolling. But this is a wonderfully silly weapon that is also unbelievably heavy. I think if I just ditched one of my longswords, yeah. If I ditch a longsword, I can do just fine with it. Let's carry this idiot sword around for a while. See what happens. Poke. Let's go. Through the door. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Keep honking, I'm reloading. I'm gonna chew through some of these life gems. I have 99 life gems. Oh yeah, I forgot you've been playing the original flavor, classic flavor Dark Souls 2. Huh. I have not played that version for many, many years. I'm gonna put this weapon in reserve because I think it's mainly Ruined Sentinels and Gargoyles that I want to be hitting with it. Look at this, a +7 Zoyander. I didn't even fully upgrade my Zoyander. Shameful. I just moved straight to the Ultra Great Sword, or the Pursuer Ultra Great Sword. Everybody, check it out as soon as I'm done raiding this chest for a key. Tiny little key in a big old chest. You get to meet Lucatiel, the best character.
What is it? I don't know you, and you don't know me. Things are better that way.
But I like you.
You are an odd one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask. But you... I'm called Lucatil. From the land of Mira to the far east, across the mountains.
He's got
They
like
say Drang Lake brims
kind of
with
another
powerful
band.
souls.
Have a good night.
So I
Thanks for
came
stopping
to
by.
claim my share. But what a strange place. Even the rumors did not prepare me. You are an odd one indeed. I've always made a point of avoiding people, while you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready.
I had
Don't
like
hesitate to call upon me. Whatever happens, I won't be missed.
I had a whole like Lucatil cosplay build that I used, and I played as the Rat Covenant on Xbox 360.
I come. Don't.
I spent hours just dragging people into like my misery of Legends of the Hidden Temple set that I had set up in there. It was really funny, and really sadistic. Oh, that was not a good dodge. Saw that coming and I couldn't do anything about it. That's okay. That's why Mama's got 1 billion HP. I just kind of face tank everything and it works out. Oh, one of my most hated things. Having to get the barrel downstairs without having it explode prematurely or roll the wrong way. Come on, okay, let's do this. Of course. Do not fuck with me, dog. If you break that barrel, I will end you. I'll end you anyway. It's what we call an empty threat, but... Do I have no way to turn this barrel? Why? Why? I hate this so much. Why would they do that? I don't remember where the dull ember is, the one we have to give to that blacksmith guy. I guess it doesn't matter too much because I'm not doing anything fancy with my weapons, but... I wish I somehow still had my Xbox Dark Souls character because I had a pretty good little menagerie. I had a character that was some ridiculous level. She was maxed out on strength, health, really high stamina and carry weight, but also 30 faith and 30 int for the dark scaling. And the purpose of this was to get maximum damage out of dark imbued crypt black swords that I was dual wielding from using bonfire aesthetics on the Rotten to get the Grave Lord's soul. The crypt black sword is incredibly cool. I'm a big fan. It does unbelievable damage to basically everything in the game. It is worth the grind you have to do to get the souls necessary to wield all the parts together. Because you gotta wear cool armor while you're dual wielding dark black swords. I mean, you can't wear like Havel's armor or something, but you can wear something fashionable. I don't remember what I was wearing with that character. I kind of sound like a Dark Souls NPC the way I talk. I just kind of go off on these random tangents. There's not enough uncomfortable laughter coming from me, and I really need to work on that. Ha 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 ha. In a call with a friend, working things out with her. Not sure what that means, but I wish you a lot of luck. Are you ready to see how a queen bitch deals with the ruined sentinels? Where's my friend? Where's my friend and lover? Pilgrim Belclair, let's go. King's Ultra Great Sword. King for a queen. Alrighty. Are we prepared? Are we hyped? Alrighty, one sentinel down. I really love the music to this fight. It's not actually unique to the Ruined Sentinels. I believe it plays during Smelter Demon as well, which is a much worse fight. No, I've been hit! I was trying to do this like hitless. That's not how you do it hitless. You can actually farm their armor set from the ones in Dranglake Castle, but it's a really low drop rate and it's really miserable to do. So it's like, why? Pilgrim Belclair is doing some work. I don't remember what the Ruined Sentinel's soul is good for. I believe there's a mediocre spell, and I don't know if there's anything else you get for it. some souls have like 2 things you can make. And you can choose between them, but Rune Sentinels, it's some kind of like flashy but bad sorcery spell. Thinking of doing something like a new build or anything? How many Dark Souls 2 characters do you have? Do you just have one that you've been respecting a lot, or? Met her on VR chat. Very interesting. Another pursuer. Super nice and kind and just adorable and very shy. She sounds lovely. More twinkle tits. Is the old large club? I could use a large club sandwich. Oh, I'm in offline mode, so this is actually going to be not horribly annoying. That's cool. Okay. I'm gonna do this with my longsword. Shut up, you horrible goblin. Okay. That is a really cool name. Tashala. I like it. Bellkeeper. Tashea? Oh. I couldn't see the text. That's... Tashea is still a very cool name. Don't get me wrong. I just thought that was an L from where I was. Masterless Glencore. Let's dance. I love the NPC names in Dark Souls games, particularly this one. She's light skinned. What is the relevance of this? I see. Well, I'm very happy for you both. Oh, the Bellkeeper was vanquished. Masterless Glencore just screwed up that NPC invader, apparently. Master the Zoy Hunter over there. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good sign if someone is like telling you their boundaries instead of just like ghosting you or whatever. Because it indicates that someone actually wants to continue having some sort of relationship with you. I forgot what I was supposed to do. Anything could be a mimic, but I know for a fact that I can survive a mimic. Here's the switch. Okay, that opens the door. Oh, this is the, I have the character that has the dual blue flames on this platform. So I can show it to you if you're interested. I'm not really sure what I would do to like demonstrate the power, but it's a pretty good build if I do say so myself. Come on, gargoyles, let's get pissed. I do like 700 damage to these gargoyles per swing, so I like them just fine. Look at this. Clowning on him. Glencore is fearless. A merciless slayer of gargoyles even with a suboptimal weapon. Truly love that man. Oh yeah, I'm making an assumption about Masterless Glencore's gender. Masterless Glencore is actually genderless Glencore. Totally non-binary. Look at that. That was a smooth gargoyle fight. She wanted to play Dead by Daylight with me, but I can't. That's weird. I lost the... It's like that message didn't publish, so I didn't see all of it. What were you saying about Dead by Daylight? Southern Ritual Band. Already got one of those. Most likely. I always thought it seemed kind of like ghost to... Oh, is Dead by Daylight on sale right now? I think I thought it was. Yeah. Well, then, hold on a minute. That should do it. Yep. Check your Steam, friendo. Let me grab that mage character I was telling you about with the spells, the magic powers. I think I've done everything, including the DLC with her. Wait, am I online now? No. Yes. No. I don't even know. Claudia. Claudia is my blade witch. You are very welcome, my friend. Alright, so here's my swag-ass outfit. One of the main weapons I use, of course, is the Magic Dragon Rider Twin Blade and the Magic Staff of Wisdom. Desert Sorcerer's Hood with Alva armor. I thought that was a pretty swag little combo for like a mage knight kind of character. I'm not sure what I was doing with the stats there. I don't know what the 53 int is about. I think it was a requirement for a spell. Dragon Rider Twin Blade fucks pretty hard. I have a Fire Twin Blade, but I think it's pretty mediocre. I don't know why I have a Fire Twin Blade. I think the Fire Possessed Armor Sword is better for when I need fire. What was I thinking with the Blue Moon Greatsword? What was I smoking there? But yeah, I have a whole other outfit for like when I'm blue flaming it. I've got Strayd's black armor. Where was it? I think it was... I'm just gonna keep this armor on because it's pretty rad. And for the purpose of this is to demonstrate the power of magic. So what you do is you, without power stancing, you have the 2 blue flames, and then you do your strong attack. You don't do that. Do not shoot random NPCs. You select Great Magic Weapon, and you cast on each one. And you have 2 buff swords that do approximately a shitzillion damage whenever you whack something because they scale pretty hard. And that's it. That's the secret. It says 440 attack power on each hand. I don't know if that's accounting for the magic buffs. 180 plus 62. But yeah, this little combo hurts pretty hard. What is my... This is probably suboptimal. Why do I have the Ring of Whispers on? What was I doing? I love these mysteries. What ring could I possibly have been using that is better? Southern Ritual Band. Southern Ritual Band, maybe. Just use souls for now. How heavy is the Dragon Rider Twin Blade? Pretty damn okay. I have a +10 Murakumo for unknown reasons. I have a Watcher Greatsword +5 because of course I do. I have an unupgraded Dragon Rider's Halberd. Why haven't I upgraded my Blossom Kite Shield at all? Does it take Twinkling Titanite or something? Oh. Oh dear. Guess what? Guess what, class? I did indeed embark on a New Game Plus adventure before my Mazzy character. I did it with Claudia. Which means... I have to fight my happy ass to Seldora in order to get the weapon that I wanted, because I really want, what do you call it, the Moonlight Greatsword that you get by killing Duke Steer Freya in New Game Plus. Should we do that now, or should I go back to Lost Bastia with Mazzy, I wonder? I was using bonfire aesthetics on the Rotten. I was doing some scheming there. That's interesting. It's great having like a really fucked up memory because I have to... It's like Memento or some shit. I have to like figure out what I was doing 2 years ago. Let's see, which is the good way, which is the bad way? That's the bad way. I don't want to deal with rats right now. That's not a cool thing to do. You'll see that the blue flames do a pretty respectable amount of damage, even unenchanted. This is part of the beauty of the weapon. What are my stats at? Oh, because I think you were curious about how to like stat your character or whatever. Claudia is level 189. So that's probably gonna mean some grinding for you, but her outfit's not super duper heavy, so you don't need a ton of like vitality or whatever. Here's where her stats are right now. She's actually got an unnecessary amount of agility because of that attunement, so I could actually probably optimize her stats a little more if she has more adaptability than she actually needs. Yeah, best way to level is just to find a place that has a good short round or like a return trip for your souls what you do is you join the Covenant of Champions, because otherwise the enemies will go extinct. Another good activity is to try to maybe farm 2 things at once. Like if you're farming, like there's the Archdrake Knights or whatever they're called down in, God, what's it called? The Shrine of Amana. Gurm Great Axe, hell yeah. Down in the Shrine of Amana, you can just farm Archdrake Knights and they'll give you like Twinkling Titanite in addition to a decent amount of souls. And as long as you're in the Covenant of Champions, they'll never despawn. You'll get invaded sometimes, but you know, that adds a little spice to life. I can actually show you where I was grinding my levels. Is my next bonfire up here? I don't remember. Let me get off this character real quick. Let me squat somewhere else. So yeah, I guess I am online now. That was weird because the first time I logged in, it was not letting me be online. I'd actually kind of prefer to play offline because I don't want to deal with invasions right now. Dolores is another fun character who would have been better, a lot better in the unpatched version of Dark Souls 2, because when the game first came out, Faith was incredibly strong. As it is now, this character's build is not complete, but I actually kind of slowly converted her into a dark character in addition to... originally she was a Faith character, but my favorite thing about this character is that I don't remember what I did, but I killed the Blue Knight Covenant guy 3 times just so I could have a halberd of every element, because I like the Blue Knight halberd so much. But the guys that look like this, exactly like me, are the ones you farm down in Shrine of Amana. I'll warp there and show you. I'm actually not in a Covenant right now, but I might have despawned the nerd. But from, I believe it's from this bonfire, you go downstairs. And you just end this motherfucker. Kaboomers. Destruction. And if memory serves, these guys drop a modest amount of souls. But more, they also have a chance of dropping Twinkling Titanite. Twinkling Titanite is a cool thing to farm, because lots of cool things use it. Such as my vast array of Blue Knight halberds. And my Magic Dragon Rider Twin Blade. Actually, no, that requires Dragon Bones. But What else do I have? I have a magic archdrake staff. I have a lightning hay lance. Dark sunset staff. Archdrake charm. Oh yes, I had a vast array of wacky things. Because this character is kind of just doing a little of everything. Let me see here. I love this outfit a lot. It's one of those outfits that was in like the beta for like you could choose like from some pre-built characters in the Dark Souls 2 beta test. One of them was called the Temple Knight, and they were wearing this outfit with this halberd. Oh, that's fine, but I mean, I don't know what information you're hearing and what information you're missing. Tell her I said hi, I guess. You want to see a real fun character? I was beating a lot of ass with this character. This is Dirge. Dirge is an onion who boxes. Dirge is an onion who knows Kung Fu. So, Dirge has 2+10 cestices for just standard boxing, and 2+5 bone fists, which are, I believe, twinkling titanite weapons that give you Kung Fu. The outfit is Katarina Helm, Hyde Knight Chainmail, Havel's Gauntlets, and the Priestess Skirt. I'm pretty proud of this outfit. I like it. I think it looks pretty swag for what kind of character this is, aka just a goofy motherfucker. The stone ring is crazy good with fast weapons. It breaks enemies' poison faster, but it's a flat amount per hit, so the more hits you do, the more mileage you get out of it. But if you just want to like do no cruft, no fluff, just straight up punching things, the Cestus is the way to go. Because both of them weigh basically nothing, you can just have both of them equipped. Let me see if I was doing the crazy stuff I remember doing on this character. There was like the dragon in that one DLC that I was basically just fighting over and over again until I couldn't anymore. Was it Sanctum Nadir? I do believe it was. Yes, indeed. Have you done this DLC yet? The Sunken King? This character is level 184, and she got there the honest way by just beating the shit out of everything with her bare hands. Well, not really her bare hands, her leather hands. She's got a lot of souvenirs. But it all comes down to the fists. Let's see. I'm gonna blow a bonfire so that I can fight a dragon. What do you say? What is done cannot be undone. I'm about to fight a dragon with my fists. Come see my stream. Come and see. Come and see. But no, she's watching Yellow Jackets. Yeah, everyone's too busy for Shelly. Alright, let's punch a fucking dragon. Oh, now you say, link it to me. Okay. I'm waiting for someone to join. And then we approach the dragon. Do you hear the breathing? Do I have the knocks? Where's my binoculars? Madeline, hello. Real Poggin hours. What is up? Fight at some of my favorite music, favorite tunes. Oh, you hit hard now. I had to respawn the boss at a higher difficulty. There's not a lot of room for error here. Good luck. Oh, you're not letting me drink my Mountain Dew. Alright, let's regroup and get back in there. zagged when I should have zagged. Fists too stubby. Oh. No, that's all she wrote. Gave me the 1-2 combo. I was stinging like a bee, but I wasn't floating like a butterfly. Let's switch to my Kung Fu fists. See how that goes. I'll probably just end up doing less damage, but you know, such is life. But I'm probably going to need 2 sets of weapons for this anyway, because this boss has a way of chewing up your weapon durability. Ow. Are you offended that I dare drink my live wire Mountain Dew in front of you? Oh yeah, this is not gonna work. I need to switch back to the Cestus. I should probably go get my souls back, dude. Or is that all I had? I think I did get my souls back, and I just had none. Alright, let's put some damage on the board. Yeah, this is a stink dragon. A skunk-ass dragon. This is a lot of hit points to be slowly punching your way through with such a low margin of error. I don't even remember what this is. And of course it doesn't hold still. Yorg's ring. Yeah, I don't remember what Yorg's ring does. Woo! Look at that. Alright. I'm gonna put on my serious face for this. We're gonna do this. Human effigy. Boom. Get my health back. Top myself off at ye old bonfire. I can summon help, but I ain't gonna. This is between me and the dragon. Can I bring outsiders into our feud? A whole 1,000 souls. Don't spend them all in one place. Chinese food makes you fart toxic poison like a skittish. Come on now. That's the good stuff. is up with my reflexes right now? Couldn't possibly be that I've been awake for 1,000 hours. And I'm running on espresso fumes. Oh, this might be it. That is a hard dodge. Chinese dim sum is the best food on this planet. That is just how it is. I don't see the point in mulching through all of my effigies in this fight. I might have just gotten myself into a fight I cannot win, because that's how this feels. I have to do way too much dodging for how much damage I can put on in any experience. Favorite pizza? I have an odd answer, but I can defend it. Thin crust pepperoni from Domino's. There's just nothing like it. It's like a huge comfort food for me. A little more to work with here. Onto your leg. Oh, and you're setting me on fire. That's it. That was the move that you needed to do to end my life. Okay, so the thing about Hawaiian pizza is that it's actually incredibly good. But this is an ingredients issue more than anything. A lot of places, like a lot of your fast casual pizza places, will just like throw some random cheap like canned pineapples onto the pizza and call it a Hawaiian, and no, you need to have like individually sliced pineapple that is like slightly caramelized in a frying pan before it's put on the pizza. That is how you do it. So if you go to like a high-end pizza place, that is how they do it. Get a Hawaiian there, and you will understand. Or not. I mean, it's still pineapple, so if you don't dig it, you don't dig it. Oh my. Oh my. you on the head. Why did I think I could get away with that? I'm gonna take one more try at this and probably go to bed. Crank another effigy for luck. I'm just not making great progress on this. I haven't gotten to the halfway mark. But I keep making elementary mistakes. Drinking Estus when I should be retreating. Or just straight up rolling into new tricks now. Bam! That's all she wrote. Can't believe I said bam. Why would I say such a thing? 288,000 smackaroonies for killing that one dragon. That felt productive. You're saying I got this, that you believe. Well, I mean, I did it. It's done. Dragon's dead. My audience is just a bunch of schmucks. Nah, I love all of you. That's a lot of effort for 288,000 souls, but I don't know. Maybe if I was a character that uses an actual weapon, that would be worth, like, farming for, because that's a good amount. That is a chunk of change. I feel like the one thing that this build is starving for is stamina, because you can even use a lot of stamina for punching. Like, individually, but you have to punch things a lot. To make them die. So... got 6 levels out of that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that was me killing a dragon with the Punchy Fist character that I made 10 years ago. And now I'm just going to wrap up the stream because I got nothing left in me. I got no gas. I wanted to take one more peek at my character list though. Art of the Tower. Yeah, I don't remember what I was doing with those two characters. I think Ande is a sorceress. Gartz was going to be another Punchy Fist run, pretty much. Why do I have... I think I've done a lot of grinding on Mazzy, and that's why I have 57 hours on just her. I've actually done more in the game with Dirge and Claudia. They beat the DLCs. Anyway, good night everybody. Thank you for joining me if you joined me, and if you didn't join me, you can't hear this, so that's just how it is. Night night.